Rapunzel, let down your hair. My shit is freezing. Okay, guys. Hey, it's your girl, Sarah the One, back here at spiritualoasisashay@gmail.com. Be sure to comment, like, and subscribe. Hit that follow, hit that notification bell. If you want your own reading, email me at spiritualoasisashay@gmail.com. Okay. Cash App is Sarah, SARAITHAONE, the one. I'm hearing something about love, or the loving the one, or the wrong one. Something about Capricorn is significant as well, or Capricorn season. We have a Knight of Swords reversed here. Hold on, y'all. Oh my gosh, this is the second video I've made. And yeah, Knight of Swords reversed. I'm just pre-shuffling. I'm not gonna necessarily count that, but that may be significant for somebody. You know, I read my reversals as in the extreme of the upright energy, or the energy is cut off, so the opposite of the upright energy. But for me, I would say someone is in a lot of agony, pain, and distress, even some remorse. Apathy is important right now, or someone wanting to have apathy. Something about somebody being reluctant, or reluctancy is a thing. Like someone not wanting to see something, or hear something, or understand something. Ten of Pentacles is coming out pre-shuffle. This could be about generational wealth, a truth, something about a father figure to you. Maybe you have like I heard a father figure, I heard an unborn son, so family energy. Maybe somebody broke up, or you broke up with someone, and you're not understanding or seeing a truth, or you're not allowing a truth. Or maybe vice versa, it's them. I could be channeling for you or their energy. This is a general message, timeless message. Take what resonates, leave the rest, okay? Entertainment purposes only. I'm also looking at license plates 5, 6, 7. So this is in order, and it's starting at the number 5. So this is letting me know there's conflict, there's harmony, and then there's a truth. And I would assume with the truth, a decision is made. So some sort of conflict is creating a change to allow truth to come in, like who you are, who you want to be, how you want to live, how you want to go forward in your life. You need to be honest with yourself, is what I'm hearing as well too. Look at the Ace of Wands. I heard you need to pick reverse. I heard do you love me? Do you need me? Do you love me? I could be channeling for the other person, or maybe you feel like that. And I heard I am. You know, I am is an affirmation. It's the Aries affirmation for God. So I don't know. I'm a very like deep person when it comes to like relationships. I know like majority of people don't do twin flames, but like most people are not twin flames, y'all. If anything, you your own twin, and you are going to attract a divine counterpart, kingdom marriage, or soulmate, or something like that. I do not believe most people are twin flames. I just don't. Now, with that being said, I do think twin flames are real, and they exist, and I do think they go through things. But for me, and what I understand, I do understand there's growth changes and unhealed things, but I don't necessarily like attune myself fully to like cheating. Like, you know, when people talk about all that cheating and they're dogging out, and people having kids on you, or you know, and then abuse, and just the extreme toxic things that twin flames go on. Because in my mind, the way I've understood it, and watched and heard and listened and studied, and even got like dreams and stuff and downloads, you yourself individually, before you meet your twin, will be on an ascension journey. And then with this ascension journey, essentially you will go, let's say if you a twin, let's say like this is how I see it. Let's say you a twin. So let's say you are 33. So your whole life you've been dating people. Keep in mind, if you a twin, you only got one person in your life that you destined to be with, and they the other half of you. And technically they're mirroring you in their own ways as well too. But they may have their own wounds and triggers similar to you, or not, right? Because a lot of the times too as well, there are similar triggers and wounds. And then like as well too, like you may have things that you are like stronger in versus the things that they stronger in. Like you may be really good over here, and then they may be really good over there, if that makes sense. And so at the end of the day, you know, that's just what it is. That's just what it is. So anyway, you on a journey, you 33. So you go through like, I don't know, let's say you go through 5 strong partnerships. And each partnership is bringing you higher and higher and closer to your highest true yourself, because I always say you're your own twin, and then essentially your actual physical twin. Some people say they've always known they twin. Some people don't know they twin. So you can take that as it resonates, wherever you resonate with. But by this 5th person, they're damn near your twin. Like, they're so close to your twin, you damn near think your twin. But then, this is just an example, but this is how God is feeding it to me. You have like a separation, or you break up, and then you meet someone who damn near is like the other person you just dated, but there's like some differences, like some hookups, some hiccups, things like that. So in this case, if I say hookup, like meaning, I guess shit, it can be some. When I say hookup, Spirit, I know you ain't talking about cheating, because I don't like talking about cheating. Spirit says some hookups, y'all. So it could be some things that come against you and this person, and it could be hookups. So, you know, that's just what it is. I can't say if it's cheating or not. It'll come out later in this message, I'm sure. Gotta clarify. But it could be some hookups and some hangups. So I'm assuming just everyday temptations, because as I'm saying, this dead ass, the King of Swords and the Queen of Cups came out, but the 10 of Wands is reversed. So keep that in mind. So it's like some hookups and some hangups. So to me, this is like a lot of third party energy. This could be exes, this could be baby fathers, baby mamas, this could be, I heard something about, I'm channeling this, so take it as it resonates. I'm not trying to trigger nobody or anything like that. I'm also hearing something about like stillborn. So maybe y'all could have had a child with them and lost a child, or maybe you lost a child with somebody else. But like deep bonds, right? Just deep bonds before the connection, and then deep bonds with the person in the connection. But it's given as well that maybe y'all have some fight or flight separation energy as well too. This is the 6th person I'm talking about. And I heard mama, God is mom to me, so I say mom. I know a lot of people say father, but I say mom. But like, and then mama just said gratitude, and it's for you to have gratitude. And I'm channeling this, and I don't know where I'm going with this, but I'm assuming so that you can understand life in the fool's journey. Because if you are a twin, and I've said this for years, your purpose and your destiny is not like anybody's on the entire planet. You will be targeted. And I'm not trying to scare nobody, scare tactics. You will be targeted by everybody you could think you could be targeted for. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. Like, you will have people within your city, you have people within your job, spies, the government. I don't give a fuck. And I'm not saying everybody bad in all these areas of your life or just in general, but like, you will be targeted. And so I think that's why I said hookups and hangups. So it'll be every little thing that somebody could throw at your connection to break y'all apart. And it could be temptation. It don't gotta be that these things actually happen, right? They're gonna do it. Then, you know, if you, because I pulled the Queen of Cups and the King of Swords, to me, these cards like highly intuitive, high priestess energy, highly discerning, intuitive, Aquarius like star energy. So to me, that's someone who's grounded with air and water, because you know, technically Aquarius is the water barrier, but it's an air sign. But I guess if you into knowing like the higher overall perspective of zodiac signs, it makes sense. Like, you know what I'm saying? So it's that balance of like the high, the low, the light, the dark, the mind, and the intuitive is balanced, is regarded. The High Priestess, to me, I mean, she is the same way as well too, even if it's more a water heavy sign. But either way, these signs, for whatever it's worth, pulled together today, and they both have like the blue in the background. So let's just say this is the twin flame couple. And even though one is like a water bearer and one is a water sign and one is an air sign and one is more emotional and one is more discerning but still intuitive and logical, still very logical now, still very by the book, strategic and logical, somehow they flow together and they work together. And everything in the world comes against this couple. Now it's an upright. For this couple to be tempted to carry things they never thought it would carry, to go through so many stripes, to go through rights, to go through wrongs, to go through things that appear wrong that's not wrong, to maybe have rights that's not right, to maybe choose the wrong people, the wrong places, around things. You know, sometimes you can break up. I'm still talking about the sixth person. This is a deep ass story, spirit. I ain't even channel. But sometimes you can break up even with your person, and you know, he or she go on to somebody else because they feel like that. I do believe that. Warranted, we don't want that. I don't prescribe to that. I genuinely feel like if someone, is that a mosquito? I genuinely feel like if someone is your person, even through all this, and call me Delulu, call me, you know, whatever, I just believe that your person would not let you leave for real. Man or woman. Like, if it's your fault, girl, you ain't gonna let him leave. If it's his fault, like, call me a wishful thinker. Like, when it gets to this level of a connection, especially a twin flame connection, and you can have this type of connection I'm talking about, and it mirrors, by the way, with a divine union or a divine kingdom marriage. It's just, I just think the purposes have a higher weight when you a twin flame, which causes more attacks and things that come against you. But again, we all mirror at a certain level, and I do believe in spiritual levels and ranks and stuff like that. Not that nobody's better, it's just some people just come into the world with a higher purpose, genuinely, period. And so, and I heard gratitude, and God is saying gratitude. So for some of y'all may be twin flames, because I'm really breaking this down, but, or divine counterparts, but essentially, like, it's just way tougher. It's stuff you would have never thought about. It's a woman you would have never thought about. You know, I'm talking to a man right now that you would have never thought of want to come at you. She's coming at you now. And I'm not talking about your twin. I'm talking about maybe you're not with your twin, but I'm telling you this your twin, but y'all in a separation or y'all done broke up. But now you got this type of woman maybe you would have never thought in a million years coming at you, talking to you now. She may not even be a karmic, but she's coming at you. Like, maybe it's your dream woman. Maybe it's the woman you've all, you know, your whole life, you all of you has dreamed about. Like, she got this, she got that, she got that. She like a unicorn, and she's coming to you. That's why I said hookups and hangups, and y'all hooking up and y'all dating, y'all talking now. But if you come across this message, this person is not gonna carry you and be there for you and support you like your twin was. So for some of y'all, this is a channel part of the message, like all of it's channel, but it's getting very detailed, sir. So for some of you all, I'm channeling as I'm reading these cards, and I heard this is a prescription. This is to help you heal and see some things, or whenever you see this. And this is for women too. It's just, this is the part of the message. You are a leader. I'm hearing you are a father, okay? But you don't want to be a martyr. You don't want to be someone who carries everything. You don't want to be the one who has to pick up all the pieces. You know, and maybe this is in a relationship or in your life, or maybe you've always done this. You don't want to carry everything. This is why this 10 of Wands is out. So I'm using this like for different reasons. And you want a wife, and you want the support, and you want somebody, and you want someone that you can be with who can carry the things and pick up the things and maybe intuitively know. This is a water, that's what a water sign is. Just know and does the things. You want them to just know. Okay? You want them to just know. It's almost like you want them to reach your mind. And don't get me wrong, I believe in telepathy, and I do believe people who have a certain spiritual relationship can communicate, because you can even have this with a homegirl that's your sister for real, your soulmate. But they're not gonna know every fucking thing, y'all. Like, I know we have a lot of gifts, y'all, but it is some limitations to some shit, okay? They're not gonna be like if it was me, like, let's say sometimes I have had this, like, dating people, like, oh, I think they would like this, and so I get it, and they be like, oh, how did you know? I really appreciated this. But that don't mean I'm gonna always be knowing those things the whole time, because we still here, even with our gifts, our discernment, our telepathy, and even just genuinely being in tune with other people, we still here to grow. You may, sir, be more in tune than she is. She may not know how to fully be in tune in a connection like you do. That don't mean she's not present. That don't mean she's not intuitive. That don't mean she can't do and provide and do everything you want. She may not know. So in my experience, what I've learned, are you communicating with her? Are you talking to her? Are you telling her? Or are you just kind of like, you know, if you an Aquarius cusp or what's Aquarius Capricorn cusp or Aquarius Pisces cusp or something like that. I'm getting a lot of that kind of energy. Or are you so detached? And then Capricorns are so fucking stubborn and just detached in your ways and in your mind, like this is the way. Like if she don't get it, okay. Like I heard capiche is just what it is. And so you let her go on, and then you know you go on. You carry what you carry, and then she carry what she carries, and like y'all don't carry nothing for each other. But you see how I move the 10 and 1s in between. But it's like a real divine union or a divine counterpart, soulmate, kingdom marriage, twin. And for a few of y'all who are twin flames, that's not gonna work. That's like, if y'all genuinely have the kind of perspective that I'm talking about, and if not, maybe this is why this message is broken down like this. You cannot, first of all, you need to know who and what you are and why God brought you here. First and foremost, I believe that completely. And I know some people grow into that with somebody, that's fine. Small percentage of people, very small, but that happens. But by the time, if you're the sixth person, if you're the sixth woman or the sixth man, I would assume you know your purpose, you know some goals, you know some things that are genuinely aligned, and you're in the process of working towards that. And you have a strong bond with God, super strong. You may also be intuitive, like I said, telepathy is significant, something like that. You still have to understand, and God want me to reiterate this before I move on to the next part. There's still stuff you don't know. There's still stuff you don't understand. And it's kind of big-headed of you, male or female at this point, to assume that a man is gonna know everything for a woman, or a woman to know everything. And don't get wrong, like I said, y'all could be 33, male or female. The fifth person seemed like the twin, but the sixth person the twin. Y'all could be in a separation or broken up, or I'm just clarifying and confirming something if you in this type of connection and you don't get why he or she just don't get it. Especially because y'all done dated, you know, deep relationships. Y'all know God, y'all in y'all purpose, y'all where y'all supposed to be, y'all understand things at a higher level, but you really want this person to just read your mind. I started the message by saying there are some things you're stronger in, there are some things she's stronger in. God is not finna just make that shit easy. And you want to know why? Because I started the message and I said it. Y'all have, if you are a twin, a kingdom marriage, or divine counterpart, and your marriage is part of your purpose, your union is part of your purpose, the God I know, she's gonna eat that ass up every time. Because again, I said it at the beginning of the message, y'all have so many people, places, and things coming against y'all. And if not, I'm not trying to scare nobody, but like, that's what's next. Whenever you come across this message and you meet somebody, this is your warning, baby. That's next. Period. You feel like, oh, I really met my person, my kingdom spouse, kingdom wife, divine counterpart, twin, whatever. Y'all gonna get tested. So just behoove yourself to listen, and y'all gonna have to learn to carry that shit together, because if not, some people don't end up with that twin, and you just won't, because God's OP, in my opinion. Yes, you have a twin, but if you cannot, whether it's you or them or both of y'all, because sometimes it's both people in their own way, if y'all can't figure it out, but y'all are destined to have like a divine life purpose to where it involves another person, like a union, regardless, God will give you somebody. It just won't be your motherfucking twin. It'll be just enough, okay? And I believed it. And I know people probably want to cancel me because I just said people end up with a twin, and I believe in twins, but I also believe sometimes they don't. Because we also got to acknowledge, as much interference God gives us, divine guidance, divine insight, intuition, natural tower moments, we have transits and planets that help us. We can get beat up, we can lose everything. Like I said, you can meet the baddest bitch in the world, the baddest woman you want, sir, and you realize she ain't it. But at the end of the day, you can still self-sabotage yourself. You, sir, you, ma'am, you can lose your twin. And then, depending on the person, I feel like with Ascension, the way I understand it, but I could be corrected. I could say this today, and 2, 6 months, a year from now, I could change this. But as of right now, Ascension is real. That's why you hear so many people talk about, oh, the divine masculine is finally raising up. The divine masculine is finally seeing XO. He's finally coming. And in some cases, the divine masculine is ahead of the divine feminine. That's why I said some stuff you can be ahead on with her. Some stuff she can be ahead on with you. But if you're not listening, you're not talking, you're not communicating, you're not sharing, and if you feel like they're just supposed to know, do you care? And then my question is, even if you do feel like you really care and you don't understand, if you feel like this person is your person right now or before y'all broke up, or if you're with this person and y'all just going through a hiccup, are you listening to what the person is saying? Have you really listened to him, ma'am? Men don't talk, but when they do talk, did you really listen? And they the type, since they don't talk, once they talk, they ain't gonna talk too much more. And I heard the door, and then they gonna be gone. And then sometimes they gone and they ain't even saying it. It's just in their actions or something like that. And then if not that, girl, you know, sir, are you listening to her? Because we love to talk. Women love to talk. If she like you, she gonna express herself. She gonna go back and forth. She gonna go 80 miles an hour. She not gonna give up. But then at the point she do, she out the door. So it's like, it really comes, look at this Eight of Swords. It really comes down to like learning Two of Swords. What I see, I'm just playing with the cards. Shit. It really just comes down to like, you have to learn your person. And I feel like if you someone as a male or female, you feel yourself your high rank in the spiritual and the physical, you know, you probably like the wisest, most successful in the room, most attractive, most healthy, most sweetest, most empathic, most caring, most, you know, most expensive, most rich. God has really blessed you and you done been through it all and you have a heart of gold. That does not mean you're done learning. That does not mean you're done growing, figuring stuff out. If anything, I feel like that's the point when God brings you somebody to test that kind of self that you created. Because it's like, are you going to hold on to that self, or are you going to expand that self? Are you going to grow that self? Are you going to mature that self? And then when you do have doubt and you're not sure, and certain wounds and triggers come up and issues come up that he or she may bring up to you that you've never heard, are you going to be accountable to that? Are you going to be aware of that? Are you going to communicate to that? Are you going to tell them, okay, I see what you mean, you was right. Okay, I see what you're saying, you was right. Because it will come a day if he or she is trying and they don't want to try no more. We can't force people to be our person, even if they're our person. Sometimes it is our person, and sometimes we can't handle it because we don't want to grow. We don't want to acknowledge our trauma. We don't acknowledge our wounds. We don't want to do what's necessary. We don't want to choose to fix us because we feel like the level of self that we are is no point. Because again, you just heard me, sir or ma'am, you got everything. So what's the point? What is the point? But I heard a mission. A mission is the point. Because the world is fucked. And if part of your mission was always to have a purposeful, intentional relationship, but more than that, a marriage, something that, oh my God, they don't want people to, we see it everywhere, especially in like the melanated community or whatever. We need to get back to certain values. We need to get back to having certain kind of conversations. We need to get back to talking. We need to get back to not leaving. We need to get back to helping one another genuinely. They want us so selfish. They want men and women competing all the time, fighting all the time, 50-50. I'm not doing this. I'm a high value woman. I don't gotta do this. I'm a high value man. I don't gotta do this. I put up with all this shit. I do all these things. I don't want to do nothing. Oh, I work so hard. I got my own stuff. I don't need no man. I mean, I want a man, but I don't really need no man. Like make y'all mind up. Like, make y'all mind up. Do you want love or not? Do you want your person or not? I don't know. That's why I'm single. Because I just feel like, for me personally, I do have deep connections. And I'd be like, is this? But I don't know if it's because I ascend or I grow out of it or it just gets too much. And I do feel like sometimes I give up. And I do sometimes feel like I don't be accountable. And I do feel like sometimes I don't be aware. But I always feel like I take the time to, at least the last 2-3 years, I've been very intentional about whether I was with the person or not, to have a time where I'd be like, okay, what did I do or what I didn't do, right? And I heard gratitude and I'm grateful for that. But at the same time, like, if I'm with somebody, for example, and they don't want to communicate, or maybe that's not where they're strong at, maybe where I can go back and be like, am I doing enough, or am I fucking up, or did I do something? Maybe they're not strong like that, right? So then I have to decide, okay, can I be patient? Is this good for me? Should I wait and stuff like that? And then that's a process. And then let's say I do that, but the person doesn't see that, or they take advantage of that, because I am one who will wait, or I am one who will be there. I genuinely am. And I feel like I've had that a couple times. Like they don't see that, right? And I'm not gonna get in my life, but, and I just say, well, if someone's for me, they'll see me. I'm about to go, and I leave. And then, to be honest, I always meet somebody better than the last person. And usually whatever our issue was, if I fix it within that connection, or I get the understanding, I realize in like my next connection, that's not even an issue. It's like, oh my gosh, this person gives me what this other person could not give me in a lot of ways, and I myself am giving. But always new level, new devil, even in a relationship. But now I got this new person, and now it's like, oh shit, this is a trauma or wound that popped up I didn't even know I had. So now flow, right? I have 333, like, let me learn, let me figure out what this is, what this process is. But I've also had cases where I've left someone and I didn't figure something out, and I attracted somebody else and I had the same fucking issues. And for a while I was like, why the fuck did mom bring me the same person? But I realized it was a me thing, not a them thing. Or then at the point that it wasn't, right? Because I'm single, so obviously you know. And this doesn't mean I'm always right, because I don't feel like nobody I left I wasn't supposed to leave. But I do feel like genuinely stuff could have been handled different. Because I'm not talking about nobody cheating on me and abusing me. No. Like on like a maturation thing. But like at the same time, I trust God. Like that just may not be my person. I may not have been for them the long term. And maybe they wasn't for me the long term, as much as I feel so strong. So don't give up hope. You know, I don't give up hope or anything like that. And this isn't to dissuade nobody from a connection. This is just me being honest. Like, depending on who you are in spirit and in soul. Okay, Jesus. Well, gospel music, I'll say that. We ain't talking about that. But it determines the person you'll get. It determines your aptitude. And even if it's, you know, if you do give up too early, or if you did lose somebody, like, I would behoove you to begin to go into a moment of like, well, God, what can I do so that I'm more prepared for my man, my husband, when I meet them? I hate this person, didn't work out, but like, what more can I do? And then have gratitude. And then take the time you need to heal, and, you know, take it slow and get yourself back out there. So I don't know if that's what this conversation was about. For the most part, I'm for people staying with their persons. I don't think you always need to leave. I do believe in your man or your woman, whoever's at fault, if they listen, if they want to, because you still have free will. As many signs as God can give us, he or she must decide to be honest with themselves and not let you go. But I do still believe in some cases, some people don't end up with their twin flame. But I do feel like whoever you're supposed to be with, you will be with. Because choices. It's all choices. And I think I used to get caught up in the algorithm of, this is my person. Like, this was several years ago. Especially listening to tarot and even channeling my own shit. But then I realized, but we can have so much compatibility, and I may have more foresight than this person. Maybe I'm a little more intuitive, but maybe they're a little more disciplined in another area than me. But if for some reason we don't, and I had an experience like this, we don't come together, and I'm trying, and even they trying, and even I fuck up and they fuck up. I'm not talking about cheating and abuse. Those are my things, me personally. But for some reason we just can't get it, and maybe we just give up too soon, or we just give up, then that's not my person. And they were just here to help me ascend and grow. And I just feel like, again, whether you know it or not, if you're here for a purposeful, if one of your purposes involves marriage, a relationship, the marriage is the relationship, the relationship is the marriage, you will be heavily tested in this area. So I just encourage y'all, whenever y'all get this message, it's timeless. You know, take what resonates, leave the rest. General message, entertainment purposes only. If you feel like somebody's your person, You know, without the cheating, without the abuse and shit like that, you know, do the best you can to figure out what the issue is. You know, don't kill yourself. Don't go through emotional abuse. Don't go through abandonment. Because sometimes as well, even if they're not cheating and doing all that abusive shit, they still can be somewhat emotionally abusive and harsh. You stand your ground, you communicate, and you pray, and you fast, right? But if something in you tells you to move, you move. Because at the end of the day, you know, God is what'll move you. That at the end of the day, nothing else will. And nobody else will. And that's just what it is. So yeah, I just seen somebody. But yeah, life is what it is, and it will always be what it is. But you have to determine what you want that to be. You have to determine who you want to be with. You determine what that is. And even with, you know, separations and breakups, I still do believe at the end of the day that people will come back to you. So sometimes separation is okay. I mean, I've heard people go away, not like horribly, but like somewhat amicably, and 10, 20 years later they get with a person that they was already with. And I do believe in that too. So I just think a lot of stuff is like based off of your belief system. And I keep hearing gratitude. The more, oh my gosh, 77. The more grateful you are, the more, you know, you'll receive. So I don't know who needed to hear that. So the more grateful you are, the more you receive. So I guess, like, if you are going through something, if you can somehow figure out how to have grace, compassion, and gratitude, maybe that'll clear some energy. The space will clear some energy. Time will clear some energy. Or you'll get enough clarity to where if it was just something like a perspective or just a change of mind or mindset that you need, will allow that energy to come in. Would allow that person to come in. And it could be the same person. It could be the number 6 person. The conversation I'm having with y'all with my tarot cards, with this Queen of Cups and this King of Swords, is not for separation. It's for y'all to stay together. But it's saying, like, separations occur, things occur, strongholds occur, warfare occurs, temptation occurs. When you break up, temptation occurs even more. Feeling lost, feeling distraught, feeling distracted. Your money may be in issues. What I pulled, 10 of Pentacles. Shit, trauma, bonding. You may have a little trauma issue that y'all working through. And even at the level where, again, where you feel like you've healed so much, you have created so much, you'll have all those things, and then God will still, like, you can have everything in the world, and then your person come, and it's like everything in the world comes crashing down. But that's on purpose. It's to see, as crazy as that sounds, right? And I know a lot of people say, well, that's not da-da-da-da. This is just my beliefs. This is what I understand life to be. I'm not here for everybody. That's why I'm with myself so much, and I'm okay with it. But that's just what I understand it to be. Like, you could be on top of the world and your man finds you at your lowest. You could be someone who always had everything, girl, and your man finds you at your lowest. And then you could be a man and at your toppest level of everything, right? And then at the end of the day, you lose everything, or shit just going crazy, or your business ain't functioning like it used to, or something like that, and just everything just go awry. But it's on purpose. Like, God is like testing all of those things in those areas of your life to see how you handling it, your own esteem, you know, how you carrying it. Like, are you projecting it on your person? Are you projecting it on your relationship? Are you making them carry it? That 10 of Wands. And that's why I said, for some of y'all may be dating or coercing with someone while you're not with your person that you was just with, and they are perfect. But I'm telling you now, and this is, I ain't lying, they not gonna be able to hold you down the way your other person did. And it'll be something you genuinely will be able to notice. And it could take you a year, a month, I don't know. You know, separations need to be as long as they need to be. And, you know, depending on that time you take with this woman, vice versa, sir, or woman, ma'am, man, ma'am, it will determine the time you have away from your person. And so I don't know. I feel like I'm just an old soul. I really believe in love for real. And I think that's why I just be to myself, because like I have not made the best decisions. I have been very emotionally unstable, a runner, hyperactive, combative, abandonment and neglect issues, like all those things. And I've been through a lot. I've been toxic, y'all. I've been toxic. And those things will still come out of me. I think sometimes if I feel like, I don't know, like me and the person both being toxic, like we both got wounds. But it's so, what's weird about me is, and it's just me as an example, I think I've been through so many like toxic relationships and then got out of them, that if I see it in a person that I'm dating genuinely, that I'm able to call them out on it, not in a mean way. And then I feel like my thing is like, how do they take me being able to call out that in them? And then vice versa, if they call something out on me, because that's where the change comes. That's where the growth comes. That's where the love comes. That's the real shit. Like, can I call you out on something and you call me out on something and we both agree to disagree and handle that shit? Because then neither one of us was right. That's the thing, right? And that's why I said, like, God will give you exactly what you want, sir, ma'am. So y'all may be having an idea, an identity shift now, and feel like it's a certain type of man or woman you want. And oh, some kids. A certain type of man or woman that you want or whatever, and you get it. And now you finna just, hey, have fun and figure that out. But whenever you see this message, sir or ma'am, put I told you so. When you're like, damn, I am in this situation with this girl or this man, and this is what I thought, and they got all these things, but this is not, it's still something missing. Yeah, because you was with your person, but you felt like because you and that person didn't make it, or the strife, or still maybe in the back of your mind you still had an idea of what your person would be. And so God was like, you know what, that's the issue. They just need to surrender this person, this relationship, and let them go. And if they feel like that's their person, this type of person who isn't, I'm gonna let them have that person and learn it that way. But like I said, that's a risk you take. Because if God feel like y'all having so much strife because of a way you feel like a man or a woman should be with you, and that's your person, and you've gotten signs that that was your person, it's just very hard, but you just can't figure it out or regulate it, then okay, God is like, okay, I'm gonna give you what you think. I'm gonna give you what you want. I'm gonna give you your desires of your heart, because you don't want to follow me at this point. Maybe this is the one thing you won't do. Maybe y'all make it through everything, but you haven't surrendered that this is your person. You just can't fathom that this is your person. Like, maybe you got through hell, maybe y'all got through the warfare, maybe y'all got through the financial, but you just cannot surrender because of, maybe like I was just saying, maybe some wounds, maybe like he or she tells you and you can't handle it, or you have certain flare-ups, like inner child shit, like just stuff you never dealt with a woman or a man, but like y'all both dealing with it, and maybe you don't understand or you don't want to deal with it that way, because in your mind, again, you have this way of your relationship in the way that this person should be, and they're just not. So God is like, okay, I'm gonna surrender it, I'm gonna separate y'all, I'm gonna split y'all up. That's for some of y'all. Look at this, fall in the drop. And now you're with someone, and I'm letting you know probably what you already feel, like, yeah, like this person lit, but there is something missing. And for some of y'all, you ain't even embarked on this yet, and maybe you just met your person, and I'm warning you. And for some of y'all in the thick of it, where you maybe are engaging with another person while you're in a separation, or not with this person, your actual person, and you're tempted to go over there. So it's like a lot of warnings and confirmation. So y'all just gotta take it as it resonates. So I hope this makes sense, y'all. You know, I'm basically saying, yeah. But I'm basically saying that at the end of the day, you will end up with who you're supposed to end up with. And at the end of the day, if you are someone who does a lot of soul work, believes in like higher purpose relationships, and you probably always believe in like having a sacred covenant with God, yourself, and someone else, and you kind of always known that maybe your spouse, whoever it is gonna be, y'all have a purpose, even if you ain't met them yet, then this is messages for you. Like, it's something you already knew, not because you want to and you want to have it, and I just, ooh, it's social media and it's so cute and I just gotta have it and everybody this and everybody that. No, Pookie, it's like you would know, you would have been known. You don't even gotta have a person, and then maybe you've met the person, like I said, and I'm just like confirming it for you and moving it forward for you at the end of the day. So yeah, let's see, anything else, Spirit? My ducky, my ducky, my ducky. It's so pretty, y'all. There's so many people out. That shit in my throat. My life is a fucking movie, boy. I tell you. I'm not talking about my reading. I'm thinking out loud. Say it proud. I'm black and I'm proud. Say it loud. Okay, let's see. Do the shuffle. Anything else with that Queen of Cups and King of Swords energy? I mean, it's also, yeah, Six of Pentacles, but it's in the reverse. So it's something about equal give and take is significant. So maybe you and this person are struggling with equal give and take. Maybe somebody don't feel like they're receiving. Maybe somebody not giving. Yeah, that Nine of Swords came back up, but it's an upright. So I think it's I mean, something about late at night. Something about late at night. What's the late at night energy? Nine of Swords. What's the Nine of Swords energy for late at night? Uprights, whatever this is. Damn. Yeah, I mean, it's whoever you are is you. It's not confirmation. It is not like they're not adding the fuel to the fire. They're not agitating you. They're not getting on your nerves. They're not listening to you. They may even be a little bit of disappointment where it's a little bit of disrespect, but it's something like it's you. I'm getting it's you. And I heard it's y'all, so it's like it's all the things that make you up. It's all the things that you believe. It's all the things that you wish to see, wish to achieve. It's something about your way of life, your way of being, the way of your understanding, the way you grow, the way you manifest, the way you create. And even though I got a lot of cards around me, but I see a lot of sevens. A lot of sevens. Right, yeah, Knight of Swords. So it's something how you communicate, how you come off. And then even with like the Eight of Swords and the Nine of Swords here, you may not communicate. Because I feel like with the Nine of Swords here and the Eight of Swords here, like there's some sort of blockages, block on that. Like there's something you're not doing. There's something you're not saying. Yeah, with my head not. Like there's something you're doing. There's something you're not saying. There's something that's just not formed properly. It may be in your communication or in your mind. Again, it could be those beliefs I was talking about. It could be that identity shift that you yourself are having and then you are projecting at the end of the day. Who the fuck is this? Yeah. Oh my God. I feel like every time I make a video for the last couple of days, it's been so many distractions. And I feel like that matches the energy of what I'm saying. Like, and these aren't like bad distractions. Like that wasn't a bad distraction. I didn't really want to be nice because I was in the middle of this and I was in the flow. But like, and maybe that's what it is. It's something like when y'all get in flow or you get into a flow, then boom, there's a distraction. And whether it's a good one or a bad one or somewhere minuscule, it like throws you off. It throws your mindset off. Maybe it throws a download off, or maybe it throws a perspective off. And or that, yeah, that's what I'm getting. Like it's something about distractions. Because I was just talking about that Knight of Swords energy. I had to pause it or whatever. Let's see what else. So yeah, distractions is something. Yeah, Five of Swords, like something in your mind. This is a lot of swords energy. Like these are 4 swords cards. And then it made me think of the King of Swords. No shade, like it may be the man, it may be the masculine or feminine. You have a lot of air in your chart and it's you. So yeah, if you're a feminine with a lot of air signs and air in your chart, this is you. If not, it's your man. Okay, but it's something about a rigid way of thinking. Also, Five of Swords is like self-sabotage. So it's like whether he wants it to admit it or not, ma'am, if you cross-watching for your man or you cross-watching for you, like he does self-sabotage. He can self-sabotage, and it's more than he may honestly realize he does, which is why I said Knight of Swords. Like it's in the upright, and like I said earlier, the Nine of Swords earlier was reversed, but for this specific energy in the message, it's upright, which means it's not as bad as it seems, but it is something about late at night in my mind or my dreams or something like that. I get to thinking, feeling, or having ideas that can be like self-sabotage. Something about her worthy, something about not feeling worthy. So it's something about him he don't feel worthy. Like, he just don't feel worthy. And maybe you never knew that, and maybe I'm telling you that. Like, he genuinely, yeah, oh my gosh, yeah, sun card came out. He don't feel worthy of you. I feel like he know you a high priestess. He know you a goddess. So for y'all who are into like tarot and spirituality in this way, this is going to get a little more spiritual context instead of just general context. So he know you a high priestess. He know you a goddess. Look at her with her yoga hands. Like, he know it is something about y'all, something about you with your femininity. He knows something about your growth, how you see your life, how you see the world. He know more about you than you think he do. He may not say a lot, or he have problems when he try to communicate or how to express it, but like, he really do. And it's something about how he be late, or dating, or late, or maybe something about late dating or dating late or something like that. Maybe he started dating late. Maybe that's why it's like a maturation issue. Like, maybe, ma'am, you're more mature, or sir, if you have more of the cups energy, water energy in your chart, that's for you. So it's like masculine and feminine. So let's say the Queen of Cups is the feminine energy, the King of Swords is the masculine's energy. But again, the masculine energy, ma'am, if you have a lot of air energy, that's your energy. And I'm talking about the masculine right now, the masculine's energy, and then vice versa. Whoever's the more intuitive person, you probably is the one who receiving the shorter end of the stick, unfortunately. We also have the Queen of Swords here. So it's also, again, something about boundaries. My Queen of Swords in every deck is always going to be about boundaries, unless like she in reverse and she mean and she brutal and she talks shit and she belittles people and she's like a bully and she's like narcissistic or some like toxic mother or karmic ass bitch energy or something like that. But for the most part, like, boundaries. And I feel like, in the sense that I was talking about the feminine energy, male or female, I feel like, sorry, even if you the one that's like a Scorpio with a lot of water signs and shit, you may have been having to have like a lot of boundaries with your person, because like I said, she don't understand worth and value of herself and what she needs from you, but she knows enough to know you have it to give. Oh wow, that's deep. So she is having some sort of self-sabotage, discourse communication with herself. So that Knight of Swords is just not discommunication, a fuck up communication with you. Like, at night, he or she may like literally be like, that's the only time they get like quiet time. You know, that's where everybody like, I see a crow, yeah, judge this. Like, yeah, that night may be the only time where like they feel they can get some sort of something off their mind. But at the same time, it's like something in their mind is like fighting what maybe they want to say, want to do, maybe want to grow with you, maybe want to be with you, maybe want to communicate to you. Yeah, and then I think this has been going on for quite a time now, and something about September is significant. So, you know, take it as it resonates. Time is fluid. It also is an illusion, so keep up. But, and I heard now you're dying. So now this conversation is getting to where maybe you don't want to communicate, they don't want to communicate, or like there's nothing to communicate, or there's just not a lot of communication. Yeah, that's unfortunate. There is some Six of Swords here, but I don't know if there's somebody leaving or this is y'all forward motion. So let's just see. Let me see. Mom, can you clear? We have a Queen of Pentacles. So this could be a this could be a feminine wound. So confirmation. So and I did not know nobody was gonna honk their horn. So this could be as well that the masculine, whoever has the dominant masculine air energy, whether you are a woman or a man, you can have something wounded in your feminine. Okay, this also could co-inspire with how you were mothered or the mother of your child. So something about, you know, you could be, and I heard you could be same sex, so you could have a same sex ex where y'all had a child. Something with her is significant. Sir, you could have a child with somebody that's that has heavy earth signs, or this energy I'm about to describe is coming up, or your own mother, or y'all's own mother, whether you male or female. I'm getting regardless y'all's own mother. So something about mothering. So this ain't just like a feminine wound. You know how like a feminine wound may be like, oh, I can't receive, I can't give, or I can't flow, or I'm not creative, I'm not allowing myself just go with it. No, this is something about a mother in your life, a mother example, how you were mothered, how you wasn't never nurtured, you don't know how to mother yourself. I heard quiet. Yeah, somebody don't want me to say this, like I'm hitting on some wounds or something. Like yeah, my hand doing that shit. Like you not used to the type of a father for some of y'all that this man is in your life that's nourishing you, and then some of y'all not used to the mother of this woman that's in your life that some of y'all are with, right? And that's what says same sex. So this also, yeah, that's it. So like if you same sex, one of y'all can have a child and she really good at nurturing you, or she not, or like you good at nurturing her, vice versa. If you male, she good at nurturing you. If you female, he good at nurturing you, right? If he's like the heavier water sign, but you the air sign and you the woman. So it's something about the mothering of self. Like you have issues mothering yourself, but they don't have issues mothering you. And it also is an example of a self-worth thing, because like I said, you know that he or she with this light, healing, happy, joyous energy, he or she naturally exudes it, has it. Like, you know this without a shadow of no doubt. Like, you know that they're you know that they peace. I heard promise. But it's something about like the way you want to move forward, or the way they see to move forward, is something about something being blocked or stagnant because of, you know, this mothering energy that is not cohesive to how she or he mothers you. So it's something you need to check with yourself. You also may need to check a mother or a baby mama or something in your life, whether they in your life or not, because it's something as well that they could be blocking. So you can have an actual mother blocking this connection, if we're gonna get into some love black magic, a baby mama, your ex that you had a daughter with, adopted or same sex, or again, it's just the feminine energy and duality of, and I heard promise. God always giving me extra, like, maybe none of that shit is a factor, like I just said, those like actual physical people, but it's genuinely like, I'm trying to figure out how she know how to do this, or how he know how to do this. And I remember at the beginning I said it's a father, like this man may be like a father figure to y'all. So again, it's that mother and father, but like he has a healed feminine mothering nurturing energy, and then vice versa for some of y'all, she has a healed mothering energy. And it's like y'all self-sabotaging. It's something about self-sabotaging, like at night with that Knight of Swords and that Eight of Swords energy and that Five of Swords energy I pulled. And it's so much air signs, it's so much air that y'all just have so many issues because of the trauma of what you never received as a child. Whether you are male or female, your mother didn't nurture you right. And I heard she can't nurture you. So you also, male or female, and which is okay, this happens, y'all may be seeking that validation or nurturing or warmth from your actual physical mother. But I would behoove you a grown-ass man and woman. If the bitch ain't gave it now, she not gonna give y'all that shit. And I'm not trying to call your mama a bitch, but it's given she a little harder on the edge. Like maybe she a good bitch, but she a little bitch, you know what I'm saying? Because it's a lot of air energy, and it's given like she can be a little bitter. I heard the word bitter. She can be a little nasty, she can be a little deranged. So some of y'all got a crazy ass mother type energy that's dominant in your life, whether this is the mother of your child, or somebody you had a child with, or your actual mother. But regardless, they were in your life so much they kind of like wounded you or your identity, or fucked up your own feminine mother energy. Because at the end of the day, y'all, we are repairing ourselves. We learn to be the mother and father of ourselves, along with God itself is the mother and father of us. So this is something that is hindering y'all's connection, whether you know or not. But now you know, right? And I'm just a messenger. This ain't telling nobody to run back to nobody and like, oh, I know now. Like, if you're in a separation, I'll give you a personal reading on it. If you're not in a separation, please pray and try to figure out, you know, what you can do while having good boundaries, because that Queen of Swords card is out here. But but like I said, if you do need to go because that Six of Swords card is there, you know, if you need to separate, you need to separate, because sometimes those wounds do get too much. The objective, yeah, is to grow with each other. And you got to think about it. People who married 20-30 years healthily for real, y'all know damn well, let's have a common sense moment. Y'all really think they didn't have no triggers, no trauma, no growth pains, no we was up, we was down, we lost this, we didn't lose that? Like, y'all really think for 20, 30, 15, maybe even 10 years, hell, maybe 5 years, they didn't have nothing? And my mama said, and y'all in the preliminary. And the only reason like some of y'all are going through so much intensity in the preliminary is because y'all are chosen to have a purpose in this relationship. So I only can imagine what beautiful blessings you're gonna have together once you, you know, decide to join union for real and get married. But also what sadly may try to come up against you, like I said. So it's just preparation for more beautiful, bountiful blessings. Shout out to, what's her name, Big Empress Energy. She be like, beautiful, bountiful blessings. That's her little saying. But also just being a more formed union, period, to where like y'all already kind of preconditioned, like, oh no, that's my man, that's my man, that's my bitch, like, excuse me, that's my woman, that's my wife. Street shit came out of me. And period. Straight fucking period. So anything else? We got, what's anything else? I heard a Scorpio significant. We have 4 of Pentacles, so that's someone who can be hell stingy. Is one of y'all stingy? Or is this mother energy, the stingy energy that's coming out? A miser, someone with benefits and significance. Somebody said something about some benefits and stinginess. Like maybe it's a woman for sure. She said something about some benefits and being stingy. Yeah, this person has made you suffer a lot of significant loss, male or female, that I'm talking about. What else they did? Now, it's something about her womb is significant. So again, this could be the mother. This could be now me talking about that mother, that toxic mother in your life. Whether this is your birth mom or a baby mom or a partner. Because I said same sex was significant, or like, you know, it could be all 3. It could be a mother and it could be a baby mother, okay, or a partner that you are you're a parent with, if that makes sense. So okay, nigga, star. I was just like, okay, nigga, like you just ride through speaking like, bro, I just saw you anyway. But yeah, but it's something about the womb. So no, of course you ain't do nothing with your birth mother, but like something about her womb got you like that. Whether you male or female, we come from the womb, okay? So if your mother is toxic as fuck, she could have put some toxic shit in you from her womb, okay? And they talk about epigenetics with slavery. If your mama pussy is unhealed, that bitch gave you some unhealed shit too. I don't care what nobody say, and it's true. It's so true, and it's up to you, even as a man, to do what's necessary to heal that. Men, y'all feel like y'all don't, this is genuine, like you probably didn't think that, spiritual or not. Oh, I'm telling you to heal your womb wounds from your mother that may have manifested with a baby mama or something like that. Yes, I am, because it affects you more than you think, and it's affecting you with your now counterpart or twin flame or possible wife or girlfriend or ex-girlfriend for some of y'all. Yeah, we have 7 of Cups right here. What's the 7 of Cups? Yeah, Ace of Wands. It's something. Hold on. Yeah, the Hierophant. I think you also need to mature as well, though, sir or ma'am, with this air energy. It's something about maturing between realizing what's the truth and what's the lie. So, 7 of Cups could be a lot of options, but also could be a lot of illusions, deception, escaping. Maybe sometimes you don't want to deal with your world. The Pyramid is here with the Hierophant, with the Ace of Wands, which is like a new opportunity, a new idea, something creative. But the Hierophant is someone who sits there and masters everything, and has mastered everything. But with this illusion card, it's almost giving like you have not done that, or something that's interfering your self-mastery, which also affects their self-worth, and I heard self-worth, but also makes you self-sabotage. So all this is connected. This also could be your own doing, because we do have the 8 of Swords out there. It's something you're not choosing to do or see, because I mean, it's an eye right here. It's also an eye right here. So this is giving me like, can you see something that's in front of you? Like, are you using your 2 eyes, not just your mind's eye? Like, maybe you are intuitive or something like that, but it's like maybe you're choosing not to see something that is trying to birth and be created in front of you. And this could be your person. Honestly, this could be genuinely your person. Especially with the rose up here and the sun up here. And I just said the sun. But they say every rose have its thorn. Like it's a tower. But tower's okay. Yeah, heart, snake, rebirth. And really, now that I look at everything on this cup, so really, to me, they're not bad. Like, you have a rose, which gives love. You have to have thorns to grow a rose. We have that sun. Also, my success, love, happiness, peace that this person gives you. The all-seeing eye. It's also on top of the Hierophant. To me, this is a tower, but towers are necessary for growth and strong foundations, because whatever does not have a strong foundation needs to fall. Love, obviously, the moon card could be talking about the deceptions, lies, and illusions around your relationship, around this false identity, around y'all false belief of what a relationship is, around some sort of karmic ties, karmic mother energy, around your self-esteem and your own self-worth. And then with this snake energy, this is giving me shedding and rebirth. Okay, but you should be able to see that now, or you're needing to see that right now, or this is coming now for some of you all, if this is like a projection. Timeless message, general message. Yeah, we got 10 of Cups back here before I started shuffling again. So I feel like it's in your hands. Yeah. Then we got 10 of Swords. So it's up to y'all to end this. Okay. I'm getting, of course, I heard some people separated. So we might be dating somebody else. But if you came across this message, you don't even want that girl for real. You don't want that man for real. End that shit. And come back to your person. Because your person wants you, okay? Some of y'all may be, even though I'm using it as an example, some of y'all really may be at person 6, right? Twin flame or not. And it's time for you to decide to make that decision to heal those wounds, heal those wounds, and know that you're worthy of someone who you care about. Because to be fair, I thought the cards was going to say something else. But the fact that you know that this person gives those things to you, you do, sir or ma'am, deserve that, right? And we all do. I mean, I'm talking to the Swords energy, but like feminine too. Like, girl, you deserve him. Or sir, with a lot of feminine energy, sir, you deserve her too. Like, everybody deserves someone they can love, grow, heal, and nurture, and be nurtured by. Like, we all deserve the nurturing energy. 10 of Cups still there. And I feel like that's the wish fulfillment. Like, that'll give you your 10 of Pentacles. Like, the 10 of Pentacles to me has always been about the 10 of Cups. I always say it to myself, like, they the same to me, okay? So if you can get that emotional growth, emotional fulfillment, and that true nurturing and healing that you need with your purpose and your person and God, I promise you'll get the 10 of Pentacles. And that journey will, World card, oh my gosh, I just split the deck. And there will be the adventure that needs to be, there will be the lessons that need to be, and the cycles that need to close, and the ones that need to begin will need to begin. And it'll be like a never-ending story of God, always, in your life, in your connection, and with this person, because you truly did what was necessary to do the healing and work that was necessary to be with this person, and you chose it. Because like I said, I do believe everybody end up with who they end up with, but when some of y'all twin flames come in because the shit is so crazy and high level, I do sometimes think, from what I've seen, that you don't. And I feel like, honestly, that kind of can be counterintuitive, because I believe in love, but it's crazy. I don't know. But like I said, my mind changes all the time. So that may be just something I'm healing from. Like, how I believe in something, but I'm kind of countering it. Do I believe in it or not? And I guess I do. So that was a limiting belief, because like, how can I say that? So I'm going to just choose. This is my video, but that little last part was for me. For y'all, I was channeling like, yeah, I believe in twin flames, and I believe everybody gets their twin. Because honestly, if I think about it, hell, twin flames is rare. You here for God, and as long as you choosing it, God will always put you with the person that's choosing it too. So sometimes it's not the specific person, it's the right person at the right time who's consistently always choosing it too. So maybe that's the thing. Instead of the person, it's the person who consistently chooses it with you at every level and never gives up. Space or not, breakup or not. Again, I don't do the cheating and abuse thing, but like, yeah, or lying or stealing or nothing like that. But yeah. But that doesn't negate from trauma, neglect issues, a little disappointment, someone triggering you, maybe a little bullshit, not toxic. Like I said, I was just saying womb issues, communication issues, emotion issues, self-sabotage. We all do that. We all genuinely do that. And sometimes the more good the shit is, the more we self-sabotage. Sometimes you can have somebody so fucking good, you create distance. Like, it's so good every time you see them, you're around them, like, you create the distance because you're scared. Me personally, I haven't realized I've been through that. But if I did, I wouldn't know how to feel, because I would feel like it's a cat-mouse situation. I wouldn't feel good about it at all. So yeah, let me see if it's some oracles for y'all, and then I'm gonna close this out. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. I heard the word favor. I hope this message really finds y'all, because like, some of y'all are about to meet your person, or with your person, or in separation from your person, and you know, just don't let the world, temptation, and like I said, if y'all twin flames or a certain spiritual rank, and you just have always known like love was your thing, marriage was your thing, not just because, oh, I always grew up as a girl and I always knew I wanted to get married. No, bitch, not like that. Like, dead ass purposeful. Like, I'm a very purposeful, intentional person. I'm not negating nobody, but like, I never genuinely grew up saying marriage was my purpose. However, I would say I got signs that marriage was my purpose. So you also could be like that too. And I also was never one of them women who was like always caring about getting married, like high school, college, like, oh my gosh, in college, like I was in so many weddings, like I didn't negate or speak badly over the marriage. Like I loved every wedding I was in, and beautiful. And I think most of them people are still together, actually. Good for them. But like I never was against love or against marriage. I just was like, you know, it'll happen. But I never was like that. But you know, life is life. You heal stuff. It could be trauma, it could be layers of shit, it could be wrong ideas about stuff. Because now I'm just like, I'm for marriage. Like so many people are against marriage, even in the spiritual community. I'll be like, why y'all out here giving y'all a cat away and having kids and not getting married? Because no, I don't give a fuck what we talk about in the 3D, in the 4D. Bitch, it's still protection for you and your kids. And really, I think it's protection for your man. Y'all can set up so much shit as a union, as a partnership versus individual. But that's just my opinion, because I know every state is different, every country is different. I know how that go. But like, again, I value myself enough to know, like, I'm not gonna accept no bullshit. So I guess in my mind, I'm gonna end up with the right person. So I wouldn't necessarily be as afraid making and creating things with my person. That's also a limiting belief. And it also means, like, if you work on yourself enough, you'll get the right person where you can feel confident, relaxed enough to where you can create, not just with yourself and they support you or they invest in you, but y'all can do stuff together as well, safely, and not be so scared about divorce and prenup and all that shit. Like, I don't even think like that, and I never have. And I'm not gonna say never, like, I ain't never thought of that shit, like what if I had to, but like I don't dominantly think like that. Like that's not my, that don't work on my algorithm. Like that's just not my thing at all. Let me see if I got some oracle cards, which I'm sure I do. I do got some oracle cards. Hold on. I'm high, y'all. I need to take a shower. I love this house and shit, but I really want to move somewhere where it be cold at, cause it just be so fucking hot all the time, bro. All the time. Okay, let's get these little cute little oracle decks. Oh, I got these from the UK off Etsy. They are so cute. They so feminine. Y'all be looking at everybody, because everybody been here walking and shit. I'm like, who the fuck is that? So what can we end the collective with on this message about love and happiness? And also, all this shit easier said than done, y'all, because I done been through a lot of shit. But mama said, God said, y'all angels, y'all ancestors said, forget it. So something y'all need to just release and let go. I'm not saying your person, but it's something like, something about control. Just, I guess, just flow. Someone does genuinely need to forget it and flow. Like, just let all, you know how you have to, I'm hearing, you know how you have to like give someone like a clean slate. Like that's what I'm getting. Like, just let it go. Genuinely. Crying is significant, or somebody was just crying, or you may be crying. And I know that's hard. I feel like I'm asking, I'm asking y'all a lot, and I feel like God is saying it too. My ears been ringing. Like, God is even saying, I know I'm asking y'all a lot. But I promise y'all, if y'all, not just, oh, I've always wanted to get married. Like, if you know you've grown to realize that's part of your purpose, or you've always known whether you've had a person or not, like something about your wife or your husband is significant to your purpose, not just them supporting you, vice versa, and investing, you know, pretty life, pretty wife, happy man. Like, I always wanted a family, maybe because my family wasn't shit, or I never had a family. Not just like that kind of thing, but like purposefully. Then this is for you. And I'm telling y'all, relationships like that at every level get attacked. I've seen it online. I've seen it in my real life. Like, not even just twin flames. Like, every type of relationship that has a strong union, they get attacked. And not just from normal shit. Because darkness is here. Love is light. Period. They're gonna attack. We also got forget it. But also, when I stopped shuffling, I stopped at the bottom of the deck and let it go. I told y'all, I feel like if you come to some sort of agreement with your mind, body, soul, and spirit, especially y'all who are in like agony at night about the male or the woman, you'll be able to heal and hear them. So some of y'all and that could be just hard sourced feelings, emotions, you let that in. So it's like you need to forgive them. It's a lot about forgiveness out here. So once you can forgive her or him, it'll be okay. If you're not gonna forgive them, then you know, y'all might have a delay. Y'all might end up breaking up. Y'all might separate. Y'all might do those things. But I'm getting a lot of emotion. That's why I'm kind of like, okay, like you just really need to forgive them. That's he or she, whoever the source energy, you need to forgive her. And I also feel like the feminine energy, the water energy, needs to forgive. Y'all both need to forgive each other. Somebody needs to let go and forget it, or y'all both need to do it. And I also heard talk. I'm hearing a song. Can we just talk? Can we just talk? Talk about where we're going before we get lost. But that's, you know, her attitude, but also gratitude. So it's just, someone may feel uncomfortable to talk. And remember, I just talked about how it's self-sabotage because they're scared, because they know they got somebody good, which is a lot of the energy I heard. And also just fears and like that womb trauma mother energy. So this is a relationship that's worth fighting for, and I'm gonna end it with that. So that's all I got for y'all. Be sure to comment, like, subscribe. I love messages. I haven't done them in so long, so I'm gonna hope that that's what I keep channeling. I'm tired of all that other shit. Case closed on that shit. Justice, you motherfuckers dead type shit. Because you know the ops always be watching and shit. Why the fuck somebody was driving like this? Looked like he was creeping. They always creeping. Confirmation, I was lurking. But no, hopefully we stay in the love energy, because most of my message on my old channel was love. So I think that's like what I want to focus on. Because like, I don't know, although single, I've had a lot of loving relationships, and I don't give advice. I let the cards do the talking. But I feel like just through self-study, life, and some stuff I ain't never even experienced, I just didn't realize, like being around mature relationships. Look at that shit. Because I also realized I actually know a couple married people, and I've always low-key successfully married, and they've always like somewhat showed me something throughout my life, like just through my years of living, or like gave me advice, or I could just learn from seeing them. Like I got like a couple married couple like older than me, been married from like a long time. Other races too, that I kind of check in with and I hit up and whatever, and I just see how they love each other, and I'm like, oh, I want that one day, you know. I heard the word pray though. 111 on the clock. So bye.